Hey, GM Tone in the building. Big dog Protect in the building, man. Simple. And I'm coming, man. Hey, bro, that intro about to fix this franchise on phone them. Great. Oh, my fault, yeah. I'm about to do the gritty. What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy Protect Sports, the Protect Sports Network, and I'm back with another video. Thanks over to God. For God right now, God's open door for all y'all name per amen. Today's video got Fix This Franchise Season 4, Episode 1, and this one is on our Washington Commanders. As you guys already know, Washington Commanders right now are 1-4 on the season, struggling, not playing well. Offense looks spotty because of the offensive line and the bad play calling of Scott Turner. Also, the defense was spotty very early, but Jack Del Rio's got this defense to be playing at least respectable football. But we're struggling as a team right now. Carson Wentz has thrown some nasty interceptions this season, including 2 against the Dallas Cowboys and an unfortunate game-sealing interception versus the Tennessee Titans. Right now, 1-4. We're going into Week 6 playing the Bears, and I got a way to try to fix this team. And this team has talent, y'all. This ain't going to be too hard. So let's get right to today's video, shall we? Number 1, fire Ron Rivera and Scott Turner immediately. If not this week against the Bears, after the Bears game, fire them. They must go. Both of them stink. Ron Rivera is horrible. Horrible. Clock management, horrible. Decision-making, horrible. Roster construction, horrible. Everything's horrible. He's the worst head coach in football. Get him the hell out of here. He needs to go. Scott Turner, worst offensive coordinator in football. Situated awareness, terrible. Play calling, terrible. Creativity, terrible. Putting players in positions to succeed. Below average at best. He put De'Ami Brown in positions to succeed yesterday. And yes, he did succeed. 2 catches, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. But name another dude, not named Jahan Dotson, who I think Jahan is him. I don't think you need put in position to do anything. Terry is him. Other than dudes that are him, what dudes he schemed open all year? Carson still has 10 touchdown passes in 5 games, and his offensive coordinator is doing no favors. Sorry, not sorry. Next, fire them. Make Jack Del Rio the interim head coach. Make Chris Harris and Ken Zampese your interim coordinators to the end of the season. That ends that. That gets them 2 numbskulls out of here. Make Jack Del Rio the head coach. And I won't guarantee you this, but I promise you this, that he'll do a lot better job than Ron's doing right now. Jack Del Rio is a better head coach than Ron Rivera right now at this juncture. So it helps you survive the season. You might see some promise. You see who flash, who don't, get to evaluate the roster, things of that nature. And you might even become competitive at some point. Fine. After the season, got 2 different scenarios for you. One, you want to keep Carson Wentz, and one if you don't. Okay. Start the one if you don't want to keep Carson. Obviously, you cut him. You can't trade him. Trade him for what? 6th-round pick, maybe? Maybe, if you're lucky. Maybe a 5th rounder for a really desperate team. Maybe a team, I would say like Seattle, but maybe Carolina. Maybe. But I don't think as many teams want to trade for Carson Wentz. If he doesn't show the flashes he showed in week 1 and what he showed yesterday before the pick. If he gets that around that 28 touchdowns, 8-9 interceptions, cuts the interception down the rest of the season, makes more plays, things of that nature, then I do think that Carson can be moved, and you can move Carson if you like. But if not, you can just cut him. You save $28 million and you lose nothing. So gain $20 million of cap space, get rid of him, move on with your life. If you want to keep Carson, which I'm not opposed to, you ask Carson to restructure. It's a step before cutting him. And you say you will be our starting quarterback, but in order to put the pieces around you to succeed, we have to restructure your deal. You're going to still get your money. We're going to put in dummy years. You'll get after you leave. You'll still get your money. You're already rich. You're good. This $20 million got to come down to 20, maybe 18. Let's use that $10 million to do some other things on the roster. I will cut William Jackson. I will cut Kendall Fuller. I wouldn't cut Bobby McCain, but I would demote him to a backup safety. He's good in a backup safety role. He's not a starting free safety in this league, period. Keep Cam. You extend Cam Curl this offseason, so you have him. You try to extend Tez and Deron, if possible, but I would definitely try to keep Deron Payne at all costs for sure. And I would start to negotiate with Tez, at least. After you do all those things, you draft a corner. You pick up a corner in free agency. Set your cornerback room up. And sign another cornerback that's cheaper for depth. You need another veteran corner. You have good tight ends. You're fine at the tight end spot. I would tell Logan Thomas to restructure, though, to save you a little bit more money in order to try to get more players on his team. Cole, Bates, those guys are fine. Monty Rogers, those guys are fine. You need a starting left guard and possibly right guard as well. But this is my solution. With your first round pick, you take a left tackle. Not a quarterback, not a cornerback, but a left tackle. You need a new Trent Williams in the worst way. Move Leno to the right tackle position. Kick Cosme inside. And you have Tyler Larson and Chase Rulie as your two centers. And you should re-sign Wes Schweitzer, by the way. And try to get back Eric Flowers. So that'll be your offensive line. That's set. And I'll give you the plan if you cut Wentz, because it'd be even easier to do all these things. You'll have your second round pick because, spoiler alert, I don't have Carson Wentz playing 70% of snaps if they fire Rivera, because now they're going to try to evaluate the roster, which means they're going to try to evaluate Sam Howell, obviously. So he's not playing 70% of snaps, so you get a third round pick instead of a second round pick. So you have a second round pick. Use your second round pick on a corner. Or, say draft a corner. So yes, you use your second round pick on a cornerback. Especially if it's early in the second round. Use it on a corner. Now you have a corner to pair with St. Juice. And now you have another guy in a slot. So now you're set. And you have another guy off the bench just in case, knock on wood. So that helps your secondary, right? Finally, you should make one big signing. If this guy's available, by the way, this is a big if. If Jesse Bates is available, sign him. So you restructure all these guys' deals to put money back into the future, which is completely fine. You want to try to get this thing going. You have talent. You'll hire an offensive coach. I forgot what I said. I'll tell you I'm going to hire a coach for a second. We'll talk about the roster first. You have Jesse Bates. Now you have Cameron Curl. You draft a corner. You pick like a Chris Harris, a veteran, in a slot. And then you have Benjamin St. Juice outside. After that, you keep your linebackers intact. I still want to keep the 4-2-5. I like the 4-2-5 actually personally myself. I like more secondary players on the field. I like more speed on the field, personally. And you have Jamin Davis and Cole Holcomb. It's completely fine. Cole might be gone, so you might have dropped a linebacker early as well. So one of your first three picks probably should be a linebacker, unless you can resign Cole, which shouldn't cost a lot of money. So you do that. You keep the defensive line intact for the most part. And then you have your offense, as I already stated. Now, this is the backup plan. If you want to get rid of Carson Wentz, you either trade him or cut him. I think you're going to have to eventually cut him. I don't think you're going to find a suitor. If you do, you'll probably fuck a 5th round pick or something. And that's fine. Fine, whatever. You get the $20 million off your books and you get a 5th round pick. Fine. So let's just say you cut him, because I don't want to create trades, because it's kind of hard to move a guy. It's his 4th team in 4 years. That's kind of hard if you're trying to do that. So you cut him. You just cut him. Cut him, let him loose. You either can re-sign him later. Say, look, bro, we're just going to give you $28 million. We can give you 10. He says no. Cool. Respect. No problem. You see what you had in Howell. If you like Howell, you start Sam Howell next year. Period. He's your starting quarterback next year. Now you have a quarterback on a rookie deal, so this makes it easier. Now you save that money. You cut William Jackson, you cut Kendall Fuller, you demote Bobby McCain, and you get rid of Andrew Norwell. He's horrible. He might be a good swing guard, though, because you might not be able to keep Wes Schweitzer. But if you do get rid of Wentz, that means you have the cap space in order to get rid of, and to also get rid of Norwell and just go ahead and resign Wes Schweitzer. And you can go ahead and get Eric Flowers, have him start left guard, kick Cosme inside, you kick Leno outside to the right tackle, you draft the left tackle. You do all the same things, but it's a little easier because you have more cap space to work with. Also, you still sign Jesse Bates. That's the one big sign I want them to do. They need a free safety. They need one the worst way. Him and Curl would be Area 61 and now be fire. So, he'll probably go to the Eagles or something. He wants to probably go to a winner, more than likely. He just did win Super Bowl, right? But let's just say you're able to get him. Let's just say you're able to do that. Or just sign any free safety that's a legit starting free safety, at least like a mid-tier starting free safety if you can. After that, what you do is you have all these pieces moving, all this other stuff. So let's get to the coaching staff, because I want to talk about that real quick. Personally, I would either hire Eric Bieniemy. These are my candidates. Eric Bieniemy. Ooh, sorry, excuse me. But you fire everyone. Fire Ron, Jack, Scott, front office, all that. I heard a name, one of the 49ers executives. I forgot his name. It was like Adam something. He's really good. Like Adam Rogers or something. Something of that nature. Can't get on top of my head. But I would hire him as my GM. I will hire Eric Bieniemy. After that, he's your offensive coordinator / head coach. So you don't need an OC. You hire a DC, a young DC. Maybe even like a D'Amico Ryans, maybe, but he's already defensive coordinator, probably be a head coach somewhere. So you start looking around. I would promote Chris Harris to defensive coordinator. You keep Chris Harris. I think you keep Ken Zampese, maybe. Definitely keep John Masco. And you definitely keep your special teams coordinator and Nate Kaiser. All those guys are really good. So you keep the good guys. And then you hire and you build on that. So you promote Chris Harris. You can maybe make Ken Zampese your quote unquote offensive coordinator. And you still got John Masco and guys like that on the positional coach side that you like a lot. So that's completely fine. And Jennifer King and people like Ryan Kerrigan, you keep those people. I think they're really good coaches. So you keep those people. And then now they implement their system and all that type of stuff. And if you have Wentz and you already have a starting quarterback, you don't have to draft a quarterback. If you have Howell and that's your starter, you have to get a backup. You might keep Heineke if you like. I personally don't want Taylor Heineke here anymore. Go get another backup quarterback. Go from there. I think personally, if you want to keep 2 quarterbacks on the roster, it's going to either be a new backup in Howell or Wentz and Howell. Yeah, it's going to be one of those 2 things. I don't think there'll be 2 new quarterbacks on this roster, but I think it's going to be either Howell and a new backup with him starting on a rookie contract, or it's going to be Wentz and Howell. And that'll be it. That's how I would do it. Say in the roster spot, you can pick another linebacker. You can do a bunch of other things, another corner, whatever. That's how I feel what I would do if I was the GM of the Washington Commanders, or if I was the team president or whatever, a higher up that really wants to just switch this whole thing up. I will go ahead and get Eric Bieniemy as my head coach, get Adam Rodgers my GM, or I would call Kyle Smith. Now, bad blood's been made. They got rid of him. Maybe you could say, hey, look, I'll pay you the highest paid GM in football. So those are my two options, either Adam Rodgers or a guy like Kyle Smith. After that, you hire Eric Bieniemy or DeMeco Ryans. I'm completely fine with that one. Also, the guy Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. I like him a lot as well. He seemed like a guy who can really get the best out of his players, especially on offense. And that's someone that we need. We need someone to get Terry McLaurin the football, someone that can get the best out of De'Ami Brown, out of Jahan Dotson, and also out of Curtis Samuel while he's still here. He'll get the best out of Logan Thomas. It's a bunch of offensive talent here. So Ben Johnson should really have a good time, whether it's Wentz or Howell, and he should be completely fine. So that's going to do it for me. That is my Fix This franchise on the Washington Commanders. What are your thoughts in the comment section down below? Do you think my plan is wild? Do you think it's like OC? You think, Tony, you need to chill out? Tone, you tweaking? Protect, chill out. Let me know you got in the comment section down below. I did ramble a lot in this video. But until then, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Guys, have a great one. Hope this video is very structured enough for you guys and not a bunch of rambling and repeating myself. I know someone did say that in my comments down below. Shout out to Grandizer. Very appreciate that and your criticism. I'm going to try to be much more structured with these videos and not repeat myself a lot. But until then, be easy. Have a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.